Hi, this is Nyla with Starseed Nutrition Coach. Today I wanted to talk a little bit more about the NADI system, how the NADI system works through your body, and how you can support the health of the NADI system so that your spiritual health and cognition is supported through your diet and the choices that you make in your lifestyle and your day-to-day habits that you adopt. I've already explained how the NADI system is the system through which spirit is connected through our physical body, and that's the system that we send and receive messages from. As a Starseed Nutrition Coach, and I specialize in the health of the NADI structure itself and in the health of the physical body, and so sort of that relationship between the spiritual NADI system and the physical body and how the NADI system works in the body. And the way that it works through the body is mainly through the brain and the central nervous system. So our brain and nervous system in neurological health is really the main way that the NADI system communicates with our physical body. It's how we receive the messages through our nervous system. So the health of the nervous system and the health of the brain are going to be really important in maintaining the health of the NADI system. Now, that's not to say that the other systems aren't important, because they are equally important. The nervous system, if you were to overlay the nervous system on top of the physical body, it will look like an exact replica of the human body. In other words, it spreads out to every single last pore of the human body, down to your toes and down to your fingers. But the main conduit for the NADI system is the brain and nervous system. So the NADI system is the energetic blueprint for the nervous system. So it overlays itself onto the nervous system, and the nervous system overlays itself onto the human body blueprint. The NADI's capsule is the energy transmitter and energy receiver, and the capsule is the encapsulated portion of the NADI system that's located in the heart complex. So the heart complex is the energy receiver and transmitter, and the heart complex contains or is part of the thymus gland, is part of the heart complex. So the thymus gland is sort of the regulator of the NADI's capsule located within the heart complex that sends and receives messages. That's why sinking down into your heart brain is really important, because the heart complex is the authentic part of yourself that is the receiver and sender of messages. So you want to make sure that your heart complex is, that you're thinking from the heart, as opposed to thinking from the brain or the mind in the brain. You're thinking from the mind in the heart. And Greg Braden talks a lot about this. The Heart Math Institute is a institute located at Stanford University, and they've done a lot of research about the brain that's located in the heart and the frequency that it emits. It emits a frequency that surrounds all of us. It's connected to the astral layer as well. But for now, it's just important to know that the heart complex is where the NADI's capsule, sort of the physical manifestation of the NADI's complex, is located, and it's regulated through the thymus gland. So the heart and thymus gland is sort of the control panel with which the 4D astral layer is connected. Once the monadic integration takes place and the nadial structure integrates into the higher heart functions that are activated by the thymus gland is able to govern the circuitry within the crystal body. So that whole higher activation, which is sort of triggered through the nadial structure, so your whole higher heart complex, the higher thinking, higher frequencies, the higher frequencies of loving thoughts, higher self, higher energies are located within the NADI's capsule, within the heart, regulated by the thymus gland. And this is what starts the crystal body activation. This is what starts the DNA transmutation into the diamond sun body and the authentic messages that are being sent and received from to spirit and from spirit. So this is sort of how that activation begins. It's through, and you can do that through meditation. When you meditate, you activate this system you activate this system and it begins to work for you. You activate this system not only through meditation, but how you're eating. So again, your diet is a really important part of this. You want to make sure that you're feeding your body the foods that are going to support these higher activations to occur. So one of the things that the Nadial structure really thrives on is the enzymes that are located in specific fruits and all vegetables, but papaya, mango, and pineapple have it contained in them specific enzymes, and but if you eat those in particular, it's going to clear out any debris that's located in the Nadial structure there, and it's going to really help with the electrical pathway that's needed for this communication. So in particular, those three are very high in these enzymes that cause these electrical impulses to be able to take place within the Nadial structure. So one of the things you can do immediately is start eating more papaya and mango and pineapple. And you can do that during and after your meditations. So when the Nadial structure is damaged, you can't have deep sensory feelings and you lose the heart-based experience of interconnection with life, and it impairs your feelings of empathy. So if you have experienced any kind of trauma, or if you have been part of a system, or we've all experienced trauma in our lives that has shut us down. If you've been part of a family that has been abusive to you, if you have been in an abusive relationship, there's so many things out there that can shut down that heart center that has the capacity to feel empathy. So if that has happened, it is repairable. And one of the ways you can do that is through supporting your body, through changing how you eat, by eating more of these whole single ingredients foods from Mother Nature, eating more fruit, like I just said, more pineapple, mango, and papaya to kind of wake up that electrical system, and meditation as well. So meditation will help kind of clear that out. But food is really the layer, sort of the bottom layer of a pyramid. If you could see this as a pyramid of activation, the food that you eat is sort of the base layer. What you eat is going to support you so much in your spiritual health and your spiritual awakening. So making sure that you're supporting the health of your Nadi system so that it can support you in opening up the heart complex and opening up that connection between the thymus gland and the Nadial capsule within the heart is the basic first step. So again, if you are eating processed foods, if you are eating foods that are made in a lab, that you're going to the store and buying in a box, like switch it, buy single ingredient foods. You can shop the periphery of the grocery store because that has the most whole unprocessed foods. Generally in the middle of the store is where you get in trouble. So whole single ingredient foods, adding more plant-based foods, more fruits and vegetables is going to be a real basic thing that you can do to support your spiritual Nadial health. And that's really going to help you as you start to go through the process of unlocking your heart and opening up to empathy and working through trauma, and through meditation and through other forms of spiritual cleansing. This will help you so much in supporting that process. Just know that the Nadial structure is an intrinsic part of the functioning of the entire heart complex and the feeling intelligence of the heart. it's the center of one's feeling heart-brain connection. So the Nadial Complex is where empathy and feeling connection to yourself and to others and to Mother Earth is. It's the epicenter of that heart-brain connection. And it can be ripped and it can be torn and it can be blocked through perhaps the experiences that we've had in this human body, the experiences we've had, traumatic experiences from childhood. It can be blocked from eating food that is not pure Mother Earth food. Eating food made from a lab really does block that, and eating food from a lab will send you false signals. So you want to stop doing that. Just stop it. Just don't do it. Just don't do it. And it is the entire heart complex and the feeling intelligence of the heart. So the Nadi's capsule is the tissue body and the membrane that holds the webbing and layers of the entire Nadial structure. And it can be ripped, torn, burned, or damaged by technological or emotional abuses and spiritual trauma that damage and impact how it functions. So that's just out there, and it's just an experience in this world that we're experiencing right now. But know that you know about that and you can fix it. I hope that that explains a little bit more about the Nadis and the structure of how it works. And I'll be talking and getting a little bit more into that as I get further along in the videos that I'm doing. Really, this first series of videos, I just want to introduce some basic concepts and then come back to them and sort of peel off another layer and dig a little deeper into each of the concepts. But right now, I just want to get out some basic information, and I hope this helped you. Please like and subscribe. And if you go to my website and you sign up for my newsletter, I have a presentation that I did for the Starseed Intensive with Angelica Soli, where I get a lot more in depth into the type of coaching that I do on a practical level and what that looks like, and practical things that you can do right away to change your eating habits, to start to make the changes that you need for your perfect spiritual mind, body, spiritual health, so that your body and your spirit are connected. When that happens, you get into 0 point, and when 0 point occurs, you become a battery and you become a conduit for spirit to connect through you. That is when the diamond sun body activation occurs. That is when your DNA starts to come on board and light up, and that is when multidimensional travel in your human body is possible. It is possible. We were all wired this way. So go ahead and sign up for my newsletter and subscribe, and I will talk to you next time. Thank you so much. Much love.